Hello folks, I'm Lee from Tune GIT, also representing GHT as well. Hi Colin and Joan from the crew. Undisclosed location. This will not be given out. All I'm saying is free for anybody to come here. Thank you to a good friend for giving us this location. As you can see, this appears to be some form of either foundations or something else, either being blocked up or something else. I can confirm there is a bit of a driveway here on the road. World War First maybe? Or World War Two, I'll let you make that decision. However, what I will say is these raised platforms might indicate a bunker of a U shape. But they are going off into 3 separate wings, plus you have this wing here. And as you can see, obviously there's a lot of wildlife around here. Pull it aside, there is a way in, which indicates this is a hollowed ground. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 bricked up entrances. Also, evidence of asbestos of some form, and I can confirm that these might well have been lower, and entrances in which have obviously been either blocked up or some other form. And if you get your camera in here, Wayne, I know this is a bit of a burrow, but you can actually see that this was possibly part of a building or bunker. Also, you can also see the brickwork here. There is a road which has been covered over. This, I believe, would have been a driveway, a drive-through for vehicles, possibly vehicle maintenance, could even have been offices. Either way, as you can see, it is quite thin, so anything above 4 or 5 ton would not have been able to get through here. It would be impossible, it would just be too narrow. So very possibly Land Rover, Range Rover, that sort of size vehicle would have been here. If you come up the top here, watch this step on, you will also see another raised part. Now to me, that would have been almost like a bridge going over. Now do you think a vehicle would have drove up that for maintenance? Or do you think it's something else that you might have walked into and gone under? Either way, judging from the structure of it, it's very, very thin. But it is also wide enough to allow a vehicle to climb. I can't confirm this, but possibly a vehicle maintenance ramp, weighbridge, or something else. I'll leave that to local historians to decide that. One thing is for sure, it seems to match these structures. If Wayne scans the area, you'll see exactly what I'm referring to by different wings. You've almost got U-shaped structures. They're starting over here and coming around into different wings. 1, 2 and 3 wings. Possibly even a 4th. And then you have this long tunnel here. If anybody knows where we are, perhaps you could in fact enlighten us as to what this is. Was it in fact bunkers, possibly in the ground, or was it a vehicle checkpoint? Clearly there's something else over here as well. As you can see from the ground, there is a lake, and the ground is very very flat with a few raised pieces on it. Airfield, vehicle depot, vehicle checkpoints. What do you think? Hello folks. Cheers Kevin. As you can see, we have just come across this. There are signs here saying unsafe, and as you can see, it ain't far wrong. This place is completely derelict and dangerous. But we have metal anvils which I'm not going to disturb. I'm basically dead if this place falls. What a remarkable building. Part 1 of 2, I believe, right here. As you can see, there's graffiti everywhere, brick everywhere, and evidence of what appears to be either electrical ducts or some form on the walls. There is graffiti on the walls. I don't know what relevance this is. Obviously, being what it is, ideal place for squatting. There is no evidence of ill treatment. Very, very possible misuse of illegal substances here. I'm being very careful where I stand in case of needles, but there is no apparent evidence of syringes here. Anybody here know what this might be?
Officers.
I'm getting officers as well. I can confirm, I am being told by my guide, that this is a vehicle dispatch area, a maintenance area, and this would have been very possibly a POR point for the near battle training area, which is near to us, which is Stanta. Now, anybody that knows anything military will understand that a POR point is petrol, oil, lubricants. So this is possibly a vehicle maintenance area and dispatch place. Hello guys, room 2. We are going to lock off an EVP here, in this room. This is room 2. Seems a little bit more structurally safe. I will say there is a bird's nest here. The structure does seem to be rather stronger, to be honest with you. And as you can see, we have brackets on the walls. We have grates, which were obviously air holes. They have all been kicked in, but obviously and removed. But we have evidence of one here. There is no asbestos in this building, which is a good thing, so it's not safe in that respect. I would actually class this as offices. You can almost just about make out a doorway here, and here, and desks. Sergeant Livingston is what I'm getting repeated to me. Not really happy about us being in here either. Keep getting restricted area. There is brackets on the ceilings. Possibly this particular building might have been for stores as well as munitions. Not necessarily storing of weapons here or anything else, but the storing of records, logging, sort of an archivery, if you get my meaning. Anybody else get anything here?
And a woman present.
A woman. Can you get a name? Can you visualise her?
Go there.
Can you visualise her?
Outline. Had a snake.
It's not very tall.
She's probably...
Is she wearing like a military jacket?
And one of them bloody hats.
She's wearing one of them hats, like an air pinch top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Standing very...
Yeah, she is standing quite proud. I know that
We're in her domain,
the name
kind of thing.
Sharon or something? Is your name Sharon? Cherie. What was your role here? Cleric. Could you show us where your desk would have been? Here?
Facing that way, isn't it?
How many spirits are there here? One? Could you make a sound? Touch one of us? Perhaps you could repeat this? I don't want to hit this wall to be honest in case it falls down. Could you make a sound like that for us? Move something?
Throw a stone?
I've got almost like scratching down my neck, in the back here.
Yeah.
Not nasty, but it's almost like this person had nails, very prominent nails. And it's not nasty, it's just like a stroking of a nail, tips of a nail down the neck here.
Yeah.
All down here, like that, sort of like a stroke. Thank you. Is there anybody here that you feel drawn to? Would you like it if I took the camera and you could have a chat with Wayne?
Communicate through you.
Could you by any chance move something? I know I had a headache, it came on me last night, but I've got a very slight headache on my right hand side of the temple here.
Should we leave her to it?
What about you though?
Oh, my headache is very cold, you know, there's no wind coming here.
Yeah, just for the benefit of the recording, there is various holes here for air ducts. There is evidence of wall plugs in the ceiling which would have been for lighting in the days as well. And the oxygen level in here is very, very open. As you can gather, there is nothing here. There is an echo. That is how open this area is.
Should we leave her to it?
Planned. Yeah. Thank you, folks. Not going to stay in this room too long. It is disgusting. There is a door frame here, as you can see. It's not a nice place. In fact, it stinks. Again, office 3. There is dead rodents, evidence of bed frame. Everyone can get the bed frame in. Very small bed frame. And we have also dead rabbits in here as well. There is rats here. Wire to hang things up. This would have been another office. I'm not going to stay here for the benefit of my health. Video log number 4, right guys? Look at this.
I'll edit the sniffles out.
Again, a bit like the one we just passed a few minutes ago. I can confirm this is possibly a 2-vehicle checkpoint. There is parking here. You drove through here and come out there. possibly a weighbridge here at some point. And I'm also getting the feeling, at some given time, you would have had access in here. It's too firm. The ground is just too firm for anything else. There is also, right where Deb is standing, a metal stake. As you can see, this also could have been a parade where troops would have come to be dressed down, briefed, and spoken by their lieutenant colonels, regimental sergeant majors, or if it is in fact RAF, USAF, your flight commanders might have been here briefing you. As you can see, it's quite dangerous. It's bits and pieces everywhere. There's shrapnel, there's evidence of metal, there are stakes here. This seems like a bit of a safer bit to climb down. And there is also a very faint sound of engines and voices here. I'm not getting anything RAF, nothing whatsoever, but I'm now finding something else interesting. Bearing in mind these walls are all built up, check this out. Check them structures out. Now, are they air pockets? Or there's something going to slide in there? Was it in fact posts would slide in there to make parking areas? Or was it struts that come out for vehicle lift? Or was it in fact air holes, so when troops used to be inside these walls they'd have air? You tell us. I'm not a historian. All I can see is what I'm given. I'm told to say what I can. I leave that to the professionals to sort out as far as what they're for and what their structure's for. Unlike the other place, I believe this would have been 2 vehicles. There's not enough room here and not enough of a swing to get any more than 2 vehicles in here. It would have been very, very tight. It could have even have been a troop dressing down area for parades. They might have met here in their vehicles, had a quick dressing down, briefing, and then dispatching to vehicles and gone. One way or another, vehicles will have to drive in and have a bit of a turning circle and then drive out.
Definitely wouldn't have got no more than 2 in here.
No, no way. And it would have been the smaller vehicles. As you can see as well, folks, we have a structure here, metal structure, an anvil, a H-shaped anvil, which indicates to me there may have once been a building here. As you can see, the walls are solid. What was in fact here? Was this a vehicle dispatch area, a dressing down area, a parade, or was it perhaps the foundations of a building? There is no evidence of solid floor in here, unless it's been completely destroyed by the undergrowth. One thing is for sure, things like this would be dug down extremely deep. Extremely deep. These walls could in fact go down deeper. This could in fact be an entrance to a building. I'm not a historian, I don't know. All I am is a sensitive. What do you think, Wayne?
I think that's what you say it is. Vehicle dispatch or something, because that could have been the gates there or something.
Yeah. What do you think, Deb? So we conclude this part of the video with
Because
this.
that would have been an entrance. Because the cars would have, whatever come in there,
If you notice
would have been out of the way.
It's not square. It gets wider as you come in. And it's the same with that one there. If you look at it, they're not square. It goes wider than narrow. And I'll tell you what else I am seeing now. Now that I actually mention it, I'm almost seeing a flagsman at the end of these roads.
Yeah, I was going to say there was someone kind of.
There's a flagsman. He's holding a red and white flag,
Yeah.
and it's almost like he's going like that. Stop, go, stop, go, sort of motion. If you look down here, you'll see him. He's actually waving the flag up and down. The name Kenneth for this gentleman. I think it's going to be a case of if we're doing nighttime investigation here, boots, night vision and as much light as we can possibly get.
Yeah.
Now, do we dwell on a little bit further and have a look?
I would say no at the minute.
Because me and Deb are inappropriately dressed. I mean, well, all of us are, to tell you the truth. So we'll conclude this part of the video. I can see more stuff down there. But we'll conclude this part of the video for now. The wall which had all mud pushed on it to cave it in. If you look, it's wire. To keep the structure intact, so I'm not going to disturb it too much. It's obviously been put there for a reason because it's structurally unsafe. But this is definitely, can you hear it? Beep, 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 beep. A tower. This is definitely a control tower.
Edit that out.
Definitely a control tower.
I think they've put all your wiring on the top there as well.
You can almost make out, if you look at Ruffham and Bodney, you can almost make it out. Perhaps on a smaller scale. And that was an entrance. This was an entrance, this was. Because look, it's not square. It's too small for vehicles. So it was an entrance way.
Yeah.
And it's taller than the other ones that we've seen as well. This is definitely a tower of some form. Or maybe not necessarily a tower built in, because the foundations are still there.
Yeah.
And this, I get, would have been joined to that. So whatever this was, I don't know, because there's wires over there as well, look.
Yeah, it's all going on, isn't it?
It's all up there as well.
All the way around.
They're keep the structure.